Bun găsit, stimați telespectatori! Avem marea onoare, plăcere să fim alături de Alex Nagy, câștigătorul Marelui Premiu acordat în festivitatea de deschidere a Vancouver International Film Festival. Bine ai venit în studiourile Rompost TV!
Da, mulțumesc!
Alex, spune-ne puțin despre premiul câștigat. Este un film de animație de scurtmetraj care se numește Helpful Hand.
The idea for Helpful Hand came from really the need to have the story be emotionally relatable to the audience. And the best way to do that for me was through a character, and that just happened to be the little girl. And once I found the little girl, just through exploring ideas, the rest of the film came together very quickly. So once I knew what she was doing, it was obvious that this could have been a good idea. And I was thinking, well, who's this film for? It's for obviously a broad audience, but really it's for people who might be willing to donate to the Radcliffe Foundation. Those people might be parents with some money. So parents have children. So that was my reasoning to put a child as the main character. And then, so it was just a matter of, okay, well, how old do I want the child? How do I want the child to look? And I just happened to come across, well, she could be about 10 years old and she could be a girl, and that would affect all parents, I think, who watch the film. And maybe because now I'm a parent, maybe it struck me on a deeper level as well. So the contest, the way it works is there was 123 submissions. It was open for 6 weeks. And in animation terms, that's very limited time. So I wasn't sure if I'd even enter. And I just made the deadline. So those 123 submissions, VIF looks at all submissions, cuts it down to 10. Those 10 is then seen by a jury. Some of the jury members include Sophia Trudeau, Frank Justra, and Sarah McLaughlin, and I think 4 or 5 others. So big names. They brought that 10 down to 3, and then the 3 was put to a public vote. And yeah, thankfully the public appreciated my work and connected with the film, and it took first prize.
Simți românește și ești legat de ideea de imigrație și ceea ce se întâmplă cu refugiații.
Eu am fost născut în 88 și un an am plecat din România și cred că în 94 am venit în Canada. Părinții mei au fost engineers în București. Just the fact, the courage that they had to leave the 3 of us, my brother and sister and myself, behind to find a better life. When you hear that, you're pretty powerful. In a way, yes, a story of my life or my family's life, that of all, I think, immigrants, and certainly all refugees. You can credit most of what I have to my parents. Acum eu sunt însurat pentru 2 ani acum. Her name e Anna. She este din Colombia. Și her story este similar cu our story. Și am un copil, Otis.
Spune-ne puțin despre alegerea animației ca profesie.
Este more of a career care nu am știut really about animation. I was more concerned with 3D și m-a plăcut mai mult the fact că poți să create whatever you want. Și când am terminat liceu, am avut un program și that sparked my curiosity. Yeah, so I found animation și acum this December o să fiu 9 ani professional in animation, so it's been a while.
Ce-ți planifici să faci cu premiul obținut?
Some of the prize money, actually today I handed it off to the people who helped make the film, so my friends. I think it was about 6 people who helped out because I could not make it in 5 weeks. So I gave them a nice chunk and a thank you. Some goes to my parents, and then the rest is just for my wife and Otis and myself, to see. Who knows? Who knows? We haven't really decided how to spend the money, or how to use the money, I should say.
Care sunt planurile tale de viitor? Ce-ți propui să faci mai departe?
So right now I've been working for 9 years in the animation industry. To continue working in the industry, I've been working exclusively as an animator. I'm transitioning more into story through cinematography, but also in 3D. And the goal is to go towards directing, and not just any directing, is directing for purposefully with hopefully for the audience to actually learn something, not just entertainment. So that's the goal in the future, is to direct, and then who knows where that takes me.
Te rog frumos să adresezi un mesaj.
I want to thank my mom and dad, first for having me, but for having the courage to better their lives and better our lives for my brothers and sisters. So thank you, and I love you. My sister Alexandra, my brother Mike. I love you guys as well. My wife Anna, and my son Otis, and potentially our future children who are not born yet. I love you guys as well. And then for the short film, it really was a nice group of people. It started with Mark Nickel, who modeled the little girl. Modeling means you build her in CG, just as a puppet, but just the mesh, just realizing her in 3D. He did that in 3 days, so he did a great job. Guy Holiday, I think, and Mark English, who rigged the little girl, means put bones in the body at control, so then I, the animator, can move her, so I can tell the story. In terms of animation, it was myself, Dave Ritchie, Fred Fasse, and Alan LaCour who helped me. And then in terms of lighting, which was really nice for this short film, especially in this short time, that was Ari Utri. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong, but he did a great job. And Uwe, I don't know his last name, but he did some of the sound. And I think that's almost it. I know I'm forgetting someone, but sorry about that.
Alex, unde va rula filmul tău, Helpful Hand?
A fost previewed at the opening of VIF on the big screen, which was nice. That was the first time l-am văzut așa mare. O să fie on Shaw Cable, aici în Vancouver. The big one o să fie in all movie theaters in Canada. Cred că de la September 28th, 2016 până la October 27th. So a month in theaters in Cineplex, și Landmarks. It'll air after the commercials, but before the trailers. Yeah, so the lights will go down nice and dim, so you can appreciate the film.
Felicitări!